Hi, welcome back. Did you miss me? I missed this. Last week I did not have a new makeup releases going on the wishlist or not because I was in Japan. Was it only a week ago? It was only a week ago. It feels like ages ago. The first vlog from my trip is already up on my channel. I actually had 7 videos on my channel this week. Can I get like some kind of rounds of applause? Is that how you say it? Let me get a yay for that. Yay! And if you missed some of the videos this week, just check back on my channel and see if there is something you would like to watch. This episode's probably gonna be kind of long. I am not gonna be able to talk about everything that is new and my opinions on it, but I will try to make this a longer episode. I'll try to talk about everything that has been announced or released that I thought was interesting in a good or negative way last week. But I'm probably gonna have to skip, or I'm probably missing some stuff because 2 weeks of makeup releases in the holiday craze that's going on, we all know that something is bound to be missed. I'm gonna try and start with the mainstream things and end with the indie things because I think indie is the most exciting things. I'll be honest, I did film this look. I don't know when it's going live, maybe next week or the week after that. I'm hoping next week, but I don't really know because I have a lot of stuff. I have a lot of stuff, and that is also why I'm not really aiming to buy anything. Why is it itching? It's itching. Yes, and I also have a Super Mario t-shirt on. Because I can. Okay, let's start with the mainstream things. And if you haven't seen these videos from me before, this is me talking about new makeup releases, things that are being released, things that are being announced, and I'm giving my opinions on it. If you don't agree with me, or if you want to buy something that I say that I don't want to buy, that's totally fine. Give me all your feedback and your opinions down in the comments. We can always have a good discussion down in the comments. There's no need to be like upset if I don't like something that you like. That's the whole thing about there coming up so much different kinds of makeup items, because we don't all like the same things, and that is perfectly fine. So this is not me telling you that you shouldn't buy anything. This is me telling you that I'm not gonna buy this. And one thing that I think that this is cool, but I'm not gonna buy it, and the only reason why I'm actually not interested in getting this is because I have a bunch of similar things. Let me scooch to the side so we can get some pictures up here. This is the MAC Cosmetics MAC Girl Palettes in Smarty Pants. Or there is a Smarty Pants and Pretty Punk. Oh yeah, so this is the one that I'm showing you open here is the Pretty Punk, and I think this is pretty. It's a turquoise, a green, some cool tones, and some purples. I like this. I like this concept. I have not swatched these. I've seen them in stores in Sweden, although not this one. This is upcoming. I don't know when it's coming, and I don't really know price. I'm guessing it's the same price as the other palettes. I'll put that down below in the description box. If you're wondering about anything regarding the things I'm talking about in this video, the details are always in the description box. I always put as much details there as possible. So I think this is a cool palette. I'm liking the color scheme. I'm not getting it though because I have so many palettes that have these kinds of tones, but I think it's a smart release from them, and I think it's smart for MAC to be like, greens and purples seems to be in right now. We'll do something about that. I think it's smart. Another thing that's, I'm guessing it's indie, but it's more like, this is more mainstream for me because they are sold in Sephora in Sweden. So this is Zoeva, and this is an upcoming collection called Premiere. Oh, upcoming, it's already launched, September 24th. So this is already live. This is basically a warm palette with that blue-brown pigment shadow and then a blush palette. I actually think this palette looks beautiful. It's like it's not even a warm tone palette. It seems to be more like, well, in some photos it seems to be warm tone, and in some it seems to be more like a mauve one. But actually I think it's more of a mauve cool tone palette, or if it, I don't know. Maybe it is more, you know what, I hate when companies do this. Like in some like pictures it looks cool tone, and then in some pictures it looks warm tone. I'll try to put both of them up here. I don't know which one is correct, I'm actually hoping it's the cool tone one, because that one looks pretty. Then it's a cool tone palette with some khakis and a duochrome. I mean, that's nice. I mean, I know a lot of people that would appreciate a palette like that. Same here. I'm not getting it. I already have a bunch of makeup. I have a blush palette from Zoeva and I really like it. So if this is a color scheme in blushes you like, maybe you like that as well. It's already available. I don't know where Zoeva is sold in US. But in Europe and Sweden it's sold at Sephora, and also you can buy it, I think you can buy it at Beauty Bay, and Beauty Bay sells like ships worldwide, so I'm guessing you can buy it from Beauty Bay if you're in US as well. Okay, here's something that you never thought that I was gonna say. Natasha Denona is releasing 3 palettes. Woman, calm down, calm your tits. Like 3 palettes? One of them is the big gold one that's what are they, $129? Not getting that. I know people that love golds and they will probably die to get a palette like this. I mean, I get it. I totally get it. That's not for me. And then she is releasing a mini star, which is that mini palette that looks like a USB drive, let's be honest. And it's like shades inspired by the star palette, which was her first palette after those big $200 something palettes. I think that palette actually looks nice, and I know, ooh, that is actually live today. Today, when I'm filming this, is the day that Natasha Denona should be available at Sephora Sweden. Let's see if it is. Let's see if it is, because I have heard that it's supposed to be available today. Let's see if it is. No, it is not. But it was supposed to be available today, but like Sephora Sweden isn't the best. Let's just not like beat around the bush here. Sephora Sweden is not really doing the best job a Sephora can do. Let's just put it like that. It is supposed to be available today. It is not, so I'm guessing soon. But yeah, I'm not that much into nude palettes, but I actually think that palette has something. And then there's also another palette. Why can't I see that one? I will put it up here, and that is the cranberry palette. And that's not a mini palette, that is like the 5-pan palette, that is the normal size, like this one. I'm guessing that's gonna be like $50 or something. Also, I am a bit intrigued by this one. And I also really like the mini lila palette. I keep saying lila, which makes no sense because purple is actually called lila in Swedish. So why I keep calling it lila makes absolutely no sense at all. It's the lila palette. So yeah, that's the word of the day. Swedish for purple is lila, which it is then in other countries as well. Otherwise she wouldn't have named it that, because I'm pretty sure she didn't name the palette after Swedish. Just wild guess. But that palette also looks nice, and I'm just like, I want to try more Natasha Denona, and this seems to be a good time. So if Sephora Sweden could just get their act together, that'd be awesome. Thank you. Oh yeah, and this was announced as well, and it has been released as well. That happened when I was in Japan, I think. And it is the Desi and Katy second collab with Dose of Colors. It totally makes sense for them to have like a round 2, because their collab was pretty successful. They sold out. I even bought, I hope you can see it back here, I bought 2 of the lipsticks. They're right here. And I really like them. And now they're releasing a couple of things, and I'm not buying anything, mainly because there's not... in Sweden we say it's nothing new under the sun, and that is basically how I feel about this collection. It is pretty, but it's redundant. Like, we have these things. It's a warm palette with a pop of blue, a shimmery black, and an olive. It's pretty, it's really pretty. But I have this, and that's pretty much how I feel about a lot of collections. I have this. Let's talk about the biggest snooze fest ever, and I am so sorry if you are excited about this, but I actually laughed out loud, so loud that people around me looked weirdly at me when I saw the pictures of this. It is called the Sultry palette, and this is a neutral palette with a pop of color, if there ever was a neutral palette with a pop of color, and it seems like the colors are the colors of a dead tree. That pop of not even a pop of color can make this palette look interesting. And if you want that color, the first thing I thought about, let me see if I can grab it, because the first thing I thought about when I saw that was that it's this color right here. This one is Poppy by Makeup Geek. This is an amazing eyeshadow. So if you wanted a color like that, that's basically it. Poppy by Makeup Geek is that color. You don't need to get that dead tree to get that color. Just get Poppy. Let's be honest here. The thing is that a lot of people are excited about this, and everyone that I've heard be excited about this palette has said that the reason that they're excited about this palette is that it's Anastasia and they love their formula. I feel like Anastasia is releasing more and more boring palettes for each day passing, and okay, imagine this. Let me first show you a picture of how this looks if you just take away that pop of color, because then you can truly see what a absolutely boring palette this is, and that you do not need this. If you have any neutral palette, you do not need this palette. And imagine it was Tarte releasing this palette. Imagine what people would say if Tarte released this palette. They'd be like, oh, look at them trying with the pop of color. What is this neutral thing? We've seen this so many times before. You can't fool us with this boring palette. But now that it's Anastasia, people are like, wow, this is so amazing. I love Anastasia. I cannot wait to try this. It's like we're brainwashed. It's the same with the glitters that they're releasing. I was like, loose glitters is nice and all, but some people are like treating this release like they invented sliced white bread, and it's like, we've seen loose glitters for forever. Like, not only indie brands, but brands like MAC have had loose glitters for forever, and it's I mean, they seem pretty. I'm not hating on the colors, but it's loose glitter. It's not that exciting, and then it's a lip gloss set and a set of metallic liquid lipsticks. I'm not getting any of this. The only thing I could see myself getting is the lip gloss set, because I love Anastasia lip glosses. But because I love Anastasia lip glosses, I actually have like 3 or 4, and 2 of those, yeah, I have 4. 2 of those are shimmery and 2 are non-shimmery, and I'm good. Like, I'm set. Thank you. I'm fine. I'm fine. So yeah, no, not getting that. Another thing that, okay, this is, and I know, wait, I know that people are gonna say like, this is super boring, and I actually think that this is the most exciting palette that I'm showing you so far. And this is the collaboration between Kylie Cosmetics and Jordyn Woods. I don't really know who Jordyn Woods is. Apparently it's her best friend. I don't follow Kylie Jenner on Instagram, so I don't really know about people in her life. But the palette seems fun. And this is like, this is a neutral palette for me done right, because it has, you could do a brown look, you could do an orange look, you could do a mauve, a purple, there's a lime green there, and then there's like 2, like 1 bronzy and 1 gold. Like, if I were to get a neutral palette, if I was asked right now, like, get a neutral palette, you have to buy a neutral palette, this is the one I'd get. To be honest, this is the one I'd get, because I think that this one looks fun. Will I pay, how much is this? Like $40-50 something? It's already available. I'll put the price down below. There's also a lipstick, some highlighters, and some glosses, I think, in this collection. I'm not getting any of it. I haven't ordered any of this. But if I was like, gun to my head, you have to buy a neutral palette right now, I'll buy this one. Because I don't hate this one. It makes sense, and I have not seen anything like this in Kylie's collection before, and I also haven't seen anything exactly like this before at all. So I totally see why some people are really excited about this collab, because I actually think that this is, I think this is pretty. And if I was offered to buy this on a sale, I actually might. I actually might. Another collection that has been released, and we have talked a bit about this before, is the Machinist Collection by NYX. I hope that this comes to Sweden because I think this looks pretty. First of all, it's like 3 12-pan eyeshadow palettes, and 12 eyeshadows is it's perfect. It's fine. I like that. I think this is really pretty, and then there's some duo highlighter blushy things, which I really like. I hope this comes to Sweden. I mean, I am on the NYX PR list here in Sweden, and I do receive some things in PR, so I do have a person that I could ask. I should ask him if this comes to Sweden, because I think I want to pick something up from this. This is already available in US and maybe in other countries as well. It hasn't reached Sweden yet. NYX is normally quite fast with getting things to Sweden, so I'm guessing it's going to be here at least before Christmas. Have you tried anything from this? Have you tried it? Have you swatched it? Have you bought it? Have you used it? Give me a quick review down below so I don't pick up something that's not good, but I am actually intrigued. I could see myself getting that for sure. Let's talk about something that I think is actually really stupid. And I'm just gonna be really quick about this. This is the I Heart Revolution, which is a brand under Makeup Revolution. It has teamed up with legendary label Now Music to bring you 3 brand new ultimate throwback eyeshadow palettes. The thing is that this is a total inspired by the Mac and Jeremy Scott, that's his name. That was this summer, or was it this spring? No, they had a big eyeshadow palette that looked like this, and I will try and see if I can put a picture here, that had the same kind of thing, and it's so obvious that they've been inspired by this. And Makeup Revolution always does either copycat thing or things that are inspired by the brands. I don't mind when things are inspired, but this is slightly too inspired for me. And also, when doing do you want to do a copycat thing when you're doing a collab? Like this legendary label Now Music is releasing something that is obviously an idea borrowed / stolen from another brand. Like, do you want to put your name on that? I don't get that. I feel like so far Makeup Revolution, I mean, they do some really shady things. I don't personally like copycat palettes, and I know that others do, and I totally respect that. Like, as long as we can explain to ourselves why we are okay with buying different things, I'm not gonna get involved. Like, you do you and I'll do me. But like, as a collab, they've always been good at doing new stuff, like letting the people that they collab with come up with their own ideas, or at least so it seems. But here it's like, I don't know, the palettes seem fine, although maybe a bit redundant, but I just feel like if you want to have a brand that does copycat things, that's fine. I'm not going to support it, but I'm also not going to be like, you do you, really, you do you. But why would you want to have a collab? That's that. Oh, I see my engagement ring. I didn't put that on. Oopsie, now it's on. Sorry. I forgot. But that's what I'm not getting. Why would a collab be such an obvious idea stolen from someone else? Because if I did a collab with someone, I'd like it to be my thing. I'd hate it if it was like an idea stolen by someone else, if I'm gonna put my name on something. That's just me. I know that a lot of people don't have a problem with that, and I totally respect that. It's just, personally, I'm just like, ugh, I don't know about that one. Should we say that this is a big brand? Maybe this is a big brand. I mean, Beauty Bay came out with some big palettes, and I didn't like them, and I didn't buy them, but now they're doing their first collab, and they're doing it with Jordyn Lips Comb. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that name. I honestly don't know who she is, but she's really, really big. She has a big account, so I'm guessing she's really big in UK. She came out with 3 smaller palettes with Beauty Bay. These are available right now, and I thought they were pretty cool, actually. I'm not gonna pick any of them up because it's the same with the other palettes. Like, I already have these things. But I love that she did 3 smaller palettes as a collab instead of 1 big. Like, hats off for that. I think that is amazing. I am really keen on that idea. And I thought that they were somewhat affordable as well. I have only seen Softa's Nails try these palettes and they seemed okay on her. So don't think that that is a super bad idea. Not something I personally will pick up, mostly based on the fact that I just don't need anything else right now. And it's the same with this collab. This is the Colourpop and Disney Designer Collection. Fun fact about me, I am a die-hard Disney fan. I still go to the movies to see new Disney movies. If they're in English, because I hate when they dub it to Swedish. They do that in Sweden. Like, I don't want to watch it in Swedish. I want to watch it with like the original voices. They're doing a collection together. There are some Super Shock shadows, some highlighters, some lipsticks, lip glosses, and an eyeshadow palette. Love this collab. There are a lot of people who love Disney, and I totally get that they are doing this collection to fit most people. It is a rosy, pinkish, nude palette with a pop of purple and a silver. I totally get why this palette looks like this, but it also means that it's not for me, which breaks my heart because I really love Disney and I really love Colourpop, but I just can't get this is something that I would buy 100% for the packaging, and I just can't do that to myself right now. I have so much makeup here. I can't. I can't. It would be madness. Like, I can't do that to myself. But I think it's super cute. And if the lipsticks are still in stock next time I do an order from Colourpop, I'll pick one up just because I love Disney. But I really don't need any more like starter up makeup at this point. Like, I am all set, trust me. But my favorite princess is Belle. Beauty and the Beast is not only my favorite animated movie ever, it is definitely top 5 best movies I've ever seen. I love that movie. So it makes me a bit sad, but also I totally get it, so I'm not like salty about it. I'm just like, there's a fly here. I'm just facing facts. Like, it's not made for me and I'm totally fine with that. Viseart is coming out with the Grand Pro 2 palette. They had one of these big palettes. Was it the beginning of this year, right? Because it's been a while, but I don't think it was 2017. Yeah, I think it was this year, just earlier. And this is an all shimmer palette that is huge, and it's also very expensive. I think it's like $170. I have never tried Viseart, and I wouldn't buy something like this to start out. I think this palette is meant for people that either really love shimmery eyeshadows or are already a fan of Viseart and want to have some shimmery eyeshadows to match with their matte shadows. The thing is that I saw swatches of this on Temptalia's blog. If you don't read Temptalia's blog, you should. I will link her swatches of this palette down below. That last row has huge chunky glitters in it, and I love an eyeshadow with glitter in it. Like, this girl right here, I love some glitter, but that seemed like you accidentally tripped and had some craft glitter in your eyeshadow formula, and the swatches made it look absolutely appalling. And I was like, yeah, no, those swatches didn't do that palette any favors. And Temptalia is always really good at being honest and fair when she's doing swatches and reviews. So if she can't make them look good, they're probably not good. I will, like I said, I will leave it down below so that you can check on those as well, because that was atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. Is there anything else that is like mainstream news before we go into some indie things? Maybe we should talk about Persona Cosmetics. It's sold at, is it Ulta, right? She's revealing 2 color theory eye kits, one that is a warm brown and one that is a pinky, like a bright pink. I actually think that these are cool. It is a set with a brush, a 5-pan eyeshadow palette, and an eyeliner. Persona Cosmetics is not sold here. I bet I can get a hold of it though, but not hating this. I'm feeling like this is the same categories I put those Marvelous Mauves and the Blushing Berries, those are colors eyeshadow palettes. A little palette that is perfect on its own or to mix and match with other colors you already own. I think this is smart. I'm a big fan of small palettes. I wouldn't be sad to try this at all. If I ever get a chance, I probably would, because I like that. I like that. Pretty much I like that. Let's just stick with that. Also, I've shown you this before, but now it is available. This is the Smashbox new Cover Shot palette in Ultraviolet. It is $29, and I mean, the promo picture makes it look so good, but I'm still a bit torn after the Pinks and Palms. I didn't hate that palette, but I didn't love it either. Smashbox usually comes to stores in Sweden. You can buy it at Kicks. So if I see this in store and I swatch it and it convinces me, I might pick it up. But right now I'm saying no. But if it swatches nice, I'll change my mind. But right now I'm saying no. I'm just, yeah, I don't know. Let's talk about this one. I think that this was cool. This is the e.l.f. Modern Metals collection. It is available now. It is one of those smaller palettes. You know, I have this even lying here because I want to use it more, so I put it up. This is the Jewel Pop palette. It's one of these palettes, but it's a gold colored one, and it has some jewel colored mattes, some neutral shimmers, and then there's like a cheek palette. I think you buy it as a set. A team of beauty influencers hand selected these shades to inspire your next look. Who? I don't even know. I think you can buy them individually or as a set. It's like an highlighter and cheek palette with some lip products and then a palette. If you like these colors, I don't think you'd be disappointed. Personally, I'm not. Like, I only got this palette because this is the kind of colors that I love to wear. But e.l.f. is not. e.l.f. is sold in Sweden, but none of the new things, and the new things never come here. We only have the old, very basic things, and e.l.f. does not ship here, and e.l.f. does not bring their news here. So for that reason, I haven't... well, memory card got full. I don't even know what I was talking about. I think I was talking about e.l.f. What was I talking about with e.l.f.? I can't remember. I don't know, but yeah. e.l.f. having a hard time getting here is making me not being that interested in the brand. I think that was pretty much what I wanted to say. Can we talk about this one? Makeup Forever is coming out with a 30 shade eyeshadow palette. Who are they trying to be? Natasha Denona? And look at that bottom row. Have you ever seen anything so beige? Why aren't they having troubles selling their eyeshadow palettes as it is? Can you imagine what this is going to cost? Like, honestly, can you imagine what this is going to cost? This is going to cost so much money. Like, people are like looking at Morphe and they're like, oh, they're selling so many of those big palettes. We should do big palettes too. Yes. If they're $25, go right ahead. If they are $225, like, calm your tits. Nobody asked for that. Jesus, I don't know what's going on. Anyways, something else I wanted to talk about is that Sigma is coming out with a Viper collection. I have not like heard or seen anything about. Same here. I should write Sigma and ask. I am not like using my resources to its fullest potential here. I have people to ask and I never do. They're coming up with the Viper collection. It seems to be a red liquid lipstick, and then there's a palette that I am guessing is... the outer packaging is green, and I haven't seen anything else about this palette, but I'm intrigued. Like, I'm intrigued. There is a fly here. Sir? Sir, can I help you? So rude. So rude. I do get a lot of things from Sigma and PR, and if I get this one, I'm totally making a video of it, and I actually might pick it up even if I don't, because pick your poison. If this is a green eyeshadow palette with a red lipstick, that's basically what I'm wearing today, green eyeshadow with a red lipstick, like, obviously that is something I like. I'm intrigued. I am really intrigued. Let me see if there's anything like more mainstreamy that we can talk. Oh yeah, let's talk about this one. This is the Royal Affair eyeshadow palette by BH Cosmetics. Not getting this one. I did really enjoy the festival palette. I made more than one video on that palette, and I thought that it was a great palette. And this is probably good quality as well, if the other one was, but this is a neutral palette with 2 greens and a pink, and I can't justify that. It doesn't matter how little it costs. I mean, the thing is that if I buy an eyeshadow palette for $18 and it's an eyeshadow palette that I don't want or don't need, I'd still spend $18 on something I didn't want or need. So I'm not gonna buy that, and I hope you're okay with me not reviewing that, because it's just too neutral for my taste, and I already have a bunch of neutrals, so if I want to do something neutral, there is a bunch of things lying around here that I could use. I don't need to buy something new to do that, let's be honest here. Can we talk about these as well? You know what, let's do that. This is the Bobbi Brown 2 new eyeshadow palettes, and I'll show you some swatches as well. These are for, I'm guessing, holiday. They're infrared and ultraviolet. I'm loving the names. The ultraviolet looks really cool. It's $39. That's a lot of money, but it's Bobbi Brown. So to be fair, for Bobbi Brown, that's not a lot of money. But look at the red palette and then look at the swatches for the red palette. See something missing there in the swatches? The red, maybe? Like, this is the problem with both influencers and brands editing the pictures too much when it comes to colors for Instagram or promo pictures. It makes it look like something else. And I'm here like a consumer being like, so what are you trying to sell me? Like, because are they trying to sell me a brown palette or a red palette? Let's be fair here. I'm guessing they're trying to sell me a brown palette, and I'm not buying that. But the purple one looks nice, and I think that this is a cool move for a brand like Bobbi Brown to be more like, let's consumer friendly, because this is the kind of things that people want to buy nowadays. Oh, Viseart is also coming up with this eyeshadow palette. This is the Viseart new Libertine eyeshadow palette. If I didn't already have so many eyeshadow palettes that I love and that I want to review and that I want to use more, I would have bought this. This would have been my first Viseart palette. I think that this is really cool. Same here, I saw the swatches at Temptalia. They were not super convincing, but they were still like, I saw the swatches and I was like, I could work with that, I can work with that. So if I didn't already have so many eyeshadow palettes, I would pick this up. If this is still available when I've gotten through a lot of these things that I bought, I might get this. This is on my maybe list. This is on my maybe list. Let's just put it like that. So, was that everything? Can I go into indie news now? Because I have so many. Oh no, let's talk about one more thing. And if I miss anything, I'll take it next week. This is the... Becca Cosmetics is coming out with a single. What is the one thing that people don't like when it comes to eyeshadow palettes? It's mattes with a shimmer, or more specifically, a matte black with a shimmer. So Becca has taken this information and they have made a black with a shimmer as a single. Who asked for that? And it's $19. So we are paying $19 for something that I don't think anyone wants. Someone's drunk over at Becca's. Okay, let's go into some indie news, and if I forget something, I'll take it next week, because I have a lot of things here on my list and I don't want to be here forever. Luxy Beauty is coming out with their Temptation Fall Collection. It's coming tomorrow. I have these coming to me as PR, but they haven't reached me yet, so I can't show you what they look like, and I don't think that she has put up like any pictures herself of what they look like. Oh yeah, this one. This is the mattes. I'll put both of the pictures here. Basically, it is a collection of mattes and shimmers in like muted, more fall grungy rainbow color, and it is inspired by Temptation and Disney villains, and I'm loving the theme, and I really think that this looks pretty. It is like if you wanted to get some more pop in color for your C palette, but you didn't want to buy some of those really expensive Sugar Pill or Makeup Geek pigments, you know what I'm talking about. Here you can get just a color or two to bring to your C palette, or maybe if you want to buy the whole collection. It is a collection of shimmers and mattes, corresponding colors, so to speak. I will show you these. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is Angelica. I'll also put it down below, and it's also linked in the homepage of my YouTube channel, because I will do swatches of these as soon as they reach me. Something else that is releasing tomorrow is the Anodite Harmony collection by Davina. Both Davina and Lucy, I am affiliated with them, and I do have a code if you want to save some money when you order from them. I will put it down below. This collection is also releasing tomorrow. Here's the thing, I should have received this collection Thursday, but my package was stolen from the DHL car. So she's sending me a new one, and she's also sending me another secret project that she's working on, so I'll be able to show you more in a little bit. But this one is also releasing tomorrow. This is a palette with singles that you can rearrange yourself or pull out if you want to, and this is inspired Anodite. I think it means to dip something in metal or something like that. It's like silvers and coppers and golds and brass and everything metallic that you can imagine, also some pink tones. So if you are into those kinds of colors and you like metallized finishes, Davina does a really good like metallic formula. I'm sure that these will be amazing. Unfortunately, I can't show you because my package was stolen. Who does that? That's so rude. Stop stealing my stuff. Another indie release that I'm actually really excited about is Makeup Slave is releasing their fall Equinox palette, Equinox, and this is already available. It is, I don't see the price here, but I'll put the price down below. It is already available, and it is a 9-pan eyeshadow palette. It's like a cool tone fall vibe with some purples and blues, and I am really interested in this. I have seen Makeup by Amy do a talk about this brand before, and she says the quality is great. So this brand is actually on my list of brands that I want to try for 2019, because I don't think I'll be able to try this brand this year, but my interest has been piqued. I am so interested in trying that brand. Another brand that I am trying, and I'm actually buying this release, is the Makeup Menagerie. This is Makeup Monsters changing their name, and I've already tried Makeup Monsters, but I didn't buy the palette that they had before because it was beautiful but not 100% what I was looking for right then. But this is the Feral palette, and I want this. So this is the only thing that I think that I'm getting straight away. This is releasing, I put this in my calendar. This is releasing on October 5th. It's gonna be $39.99, and $3.99 of that is going straight to the Animal Welfare Institute to fight animal testing, poaching, and animal abuse. So they are a brand that is, where a part of the like profit is going back to support animals in some way or form. I'm getting this palette. I think it's beautiful. I'm getting this palette. I showed you the front a while ago, and I have to say that the inside really delivered. I'm intrigued by this palette. I'm excited about this palette. I'm getting that palette. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Let me quickly show you this one. This is a sneak peek of some multi-chrome eyeshadows coming in November from Clio Cosmetics. I love Clio. Clio is one of those brands that I just desperately want to get back to and show you more of on my channel, but I've just put myself in a situation where I bought more makeup than I have the time to show you, and that's why I'm eager to not buy anything more right now. But I love Clio. I love their formula. I keep using their things all the time, like highlighters and stuff, and these are truly pretty on the fingers, and I'm really excited to try this out. I love Clio. I think I might make an order from them on like Black Friday or something. I think that could be where I buy even more things. I also, if you saw the makeup exchange I did with Georgia Harris, you saw that I got the Antil palette by Norma Cosmetics. Now they are bringing out the Berlin palette. All their like makeup releases is inspired, like Norma Cosmetics is being inspired by different locations, and now they are inspired by Berlin, like around the time when the wall fell, which was like 80s, like I think it was like when I was born, like 84 or something. Anyways, I think the palette is beautiful, but it is a bit too neutral for me, and I haven't tried the other formula yet, so I am not gonna pick up that palette, but maybe I'll change my mind if I try the Until palette on my eyes and think that it's amazing. I mean, who knows? I'm not closing the door, but it seems a bit too neutral for something that I would be like super interested in picking up. I know I have some other ink releases to talk about. Okay, let's talk about Julius Place. These are 2 pictures from Julius Place of them sneak peeking some things that are coming in the future. This is all we have right now. It seems like they are coming with 2 different eyeshadow palettes and 2 different highlighters, and I'm always loving Julius Place. I'm always excited about new releases from them, so whatever this is, I'm sure I will be somewhat inspired. I know one of them is the Warrior palette number 2, because they said they were going to release 3 Warrior palettes, and the first one was a neutral, very yellow tone palette, and I'm thinking that this is a neutral palette, very red toned, based on how the imaging looks. The other one is called the Tribe palette. It is a lime green palette. I'm hoping there's a lime green in there. If there's me and lime green right now, we're having a very intimate relationship. Loving me some lime green. Okay, here is the second thing that I'm gonna pick up straight when it releases, and this is the Makeup Addiction Cosmetics palette called Sinful Eyes. This is launching in October. She has not revealed a specific date yet. I love Makeup Addiction Cosmetics formula. I have all of their palettes from before. I have reviewed all of their palettes from before. When I was gonna send some things to Georgia, I knew that I wanted to send her some of these palettes so that she could try the brand out. Now they have tried a new form of palette, because this one has smaller pans with more eyeshadows, and one of the formula is water activated, which to me sounds super scary, but I am trying it out because so far I have not been disappointed in their palettes. So this one I am definitely picking up when it's being released, because I love the brand, I love the formula, the owner is super sweet, so yeah, definitely picking that one up. Let me see if there's anything else that I want to talk about, because I don't really want to be here all day. Ooh, there's a lot of interesting, like there's so many interesting indie things being released, so that I don't see the need to like really buy anything from anyone else. Is that rude? Like, I think the indie brands are doing it so good, so there's like really no need for me to buy from anyone else. Belgian Cosmetics is coming up with liquid glitters. That we could talk about. Or like those, you know, Stila Glitter and Glow eyeshadows. These are already available. They're coming out with some, there's like a light blue, a light green, and a like a purpley shade, and then there's some neutrally like silvery brown, white, you know, those normal shades, but that purple looks really pretty. And so far I made one order from Belgian Cosmetics, and I ordered some liquid lipsticks from them that have some really unique undertones that I've not seen from any other brands. So maybe in the future I'll buy this. Maybe if I make another order from Belgian Cosmetics, I'll be sure to try one of these glitters, because I just really like that kind of formula, and I'm so excited to try another brand and to try someone that actually did some colors as well, not just neutrals. I mean, at least they have 3 colors. You know what? I have one more thing that I want to say, and I am so proud of Paulina. That is my fellow Swedish YouTuber. She's doing a collab with Blush Tribe. I think that is so amazing. Blush Tribe is such an amazing brand. I love them. And I love Blush Tribe for supporting smaller YouTubers as well. I think Paulina has like 4K on YouTube, and she knows color, and I'm sure that her palette is going to be absolutely amazing with Blush Tribe. I have no idea what they're up to, or when it's being released, or what the price point is going to be, but I am getting it for sure. I want to support Paulina, I want to support Blush Tribe. I think that that brand is on to like it's really on to something, and I'm so intrigued to see what the future holds for both Paulina and Blush Tribe, to be honest. And I'm so excited that they have decided to collab with someone that really loves color, and that is just not a big YouTuber, but still so loved by the audience that she has. And I'm so excited to see this collab. I cannot wait to see what the palette will have. Congratulations, Paulina, to your collab. It is absolutely amazing news, and I cannot wait to see what's inside. And I will, of course, update all of you when I know what the palette has, so to speak. I'm hoping for some greens. I know that she's been into greens. I'm hoping for some color. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So yeah, that was everything for this week. This was a really long episode. I'm #sorry not sorry. I did skip on some things, and if you feel like there was something I should have talked about that I didn't talk about, let me know down in the comments and we'll chat about it next week. And don't forget to subscribe as well. I do upload quite a lot of videos. I'd had 7 videos this week, and I will probably have at least 6 videos next week because I have a lot of things that I want to show you. I have a lot of things that I want to show you. Yeah. I'm also really excited to have December soon. I'm thinking about doing the same that I did last December, like 1 video every day for the whole of December. That was really fun last year, and I might do it again. Let me know if you're interested in that. I could totally start planning for that, if that is something that you're interested in. But yeah, that was everything for this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!